Oh, look who showed up. Moose is gonna approve of this one too, huh? Huh, buddy? Look, so far we got the little tail off. What you think there, Moosey man? Huh? What we think? Are we doing okay here, man? Huh? Mama's not. I'm trying to get these feet off. Yeah. It's not going so well, huh, buddy? Why don't you help? Here, take the stick. You gotta help. I'll hold, you pull. Go. Go, man, go. You need to help me. You're gonna hold it? You're not gonna hold it, are you? You're just gonna sit there. You're not gonna help Mama do anything? Huh? You're not gonna help? You're gonna hold it? You got it? Look, he's got it. There you go, the good Moosey. You hold it down. There's a good Moosey. Oh, he's such a good worker. Yes, he is. Oh, he gets a blow drop for that. Oh. There you go, guys. Left that in just for you. Mooseman approved projects. That project you saw him helping me with will be in my next video of thrift flips coming Thursday. This one you see right here. These are all Moose approved, and you see Gracie's going to approve of them well. That little bunny I got at Hobby Lobby, but of course at 40% off. And this material I got at Dollar Tree when they actually had things that you could buy for craft. See, Moose approved. Going to help me here again. I'm going to lay that material out. I heated and popped off his little tail. You see over there on the left. Moosey's going to hold down the material for me over on the right. And I am going to try to cut this out. I have this sped up, so don't panic, people. I was very careful, going very slow, and made sure not to cut his little toes, that little stinker. Okay, so we got that off, and what we're going to do next is we're going to flip it back over, because I left that string to hang it. I just left that puppy on right there. I'm going to plaster this with a bunch of Mod Podge, and I didn't put you through all that because you guys have seen this 500 million times. If you guys would like to see more detailed versions of things, let me know, and I can leave that stuff in, but I pretty much do the same thing all the time. But hey, if I got some newbies, just let me know. So once that was coated with a bunch of Mod Podge, had to go pretty thick because that material was a bit thicker than just your basic piece of paper or a rice paper or a tissue paper. You got to go thicker when you got material. So I let that dry overnight, and I came back the next day, and I used my little X-Acto knife there to go all the way around, and also my little detailing scissors here that a first grader brought those to school for their school supplies. Yep, they sure did. So, yeah, those then became mine. So, yeah, All right, so hopefully things are still working because Moose just stepped on the keyboard. Okay, so anyway, got that cut, got it all done. I did not put Mod Podge on the other side because it was fluffy and fuzzy and I wanted it to stay that way. You saw me hold up that little glue pen stick there because I did have to glue a couple pieces, the edges back on before we got started. You just saw the Moose band helping me out again with some florals there. So I did not choose all of these florals, but this was just some rigmarole I had laying around. I hot glue his little tail back on. And I'm going to take a piece of chiffon ribbon and then like a see-through piece that came in a little batch of Michael's ribbons that I got. The seasonal stuff they have sometimes with a bunch of different ribbons in it. This was the fall ribbons, and it's a peachy color. And I was trying to get colors that went with this leopard print. This is another reason this is Moose approved, because leopard, cat. Okay, so I just tied that around, and then I'm going to cut that off because I want to save a little piece for that for later. I was going to put a big bow on this, but I put so many florals on it that did not happen. I have these little sunflowers right here that I did fluff with my heat gun a little bit, and this fern stuff right here. This was all Dollar Tree florals when they weren't $1.75. Now this, I can't remember where I got it. This is not Dollar Tree stuff right here. I probably got this from my friend Shelly or somebody because that is good, thick stuff. It probably came from Hobby Lobby. And I thought that peachy color was a good pop of color right there. I was going to use red, as you saw earlier when Moose was playing with everything, but I wanted to go with that peachy color. It looked better. So I'm thinking leopard, tropical, and look, there's the Moose man. He's helping again. So that's why I chose the ferns, because I'm thinking tropical, leopard print. We're going a little wild here, kind of like the Moose man there. Right now he's chewing on the raffia stuff, which is a hula skirt from the Dollar Tree when they used to have stuff that you could buy. Anyway, yeah, use the hula skirts for raffia if you don't have all that good stuff.
And so first I'm getting the leaves on there, and I'm kind of just tucking them under the ribbon, and he's helping hold it down for me. See, moose approved. I mean, if it's moose approved, it can't be bad, right? Yeah, buddy. Okay. Then I show you here. Yep, that greenery hit the floor. You know how the moosey loves the florals, so then he's coming back over, and I grabbed some raffia that were some longer pieces, and I tied it together with another piece of little raffia hula skirt there. And I'm going to glue that on top of that knot. And then I cut it down a little bit because I didn't need to be that long. Moose is all up in the business. I tell you, if you ladies are here for the Moose Man, you got it tonight. So, yeah, he's helping me hold it. Actually, he wants attention here. He's like, Mom, stop, pet me, love me. Oh, you've been in here all day. Love me. Okay, so there you go. All right, so boom, there we are. I put some of those leaves that were on that. I believe that was a hydrangea, maybe? The peachy colored one in the middle, the sunflowers around it. We look good on the back. Boom, there you go. I didn't put you through me putting all the florals on. I also put a couple beads up there at the top of the string. And one green leaf is hanging out the top up there, and the other one got shoved underneath everything and didn't come out exactly how I wanted it. But let me know what y'all think down there in the comments. This wild leopard print, moose approved. I was just trying to do something a little bit different with our bunny there. I thought you came out kind of pretty, especially if you like the leopard print. Now, on to project number 2. Right now, Gracie is approving. I got that for 25. Actually, I think my friend Shelly got that for 25 cents at a thrift store or a garage sale. That S is for Sabrina. I mean, yeah, come on. So you see here, I decided to paint it white, and then boom, it turned to black. Yep, magic, right? No, I changed my mind. I didn't want to go white. I wanted to go black. I was going to turn it into a bunny, but then once I had this Moose Man idea, I thought, oh, we got to make it black to match the Moose Man. That is Gracie. They're helping me out. I've got a piece of felt, and I cut it into 2 rectangles, and I'm going to put them on the ends of the S right there. I'm going to put one on one end and one on the other end of the S. I'm just using some fabric tack glue. I am going to snip a little bit of this off, and the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to wrap it with the yarn, which did come from the Dollar Tree. That's one thing they still do have at my Dollar Trees is all the yarn. I'm sure until it goes and runs out. And I'm going to wrap it. I painted it black because then I'm going to wrap it with the black yarn. So, but I didn't want to try to curl it on top of those ends of the S. So that's why I put the black felt there, because I wanted it to still look soft, but I wasn't going to put the yarn up there. Now, anything that's hanging over the edge, I glued down with the fabric tack. And then, bull in a china shop coming through, Moose approved. And, yeah, sorry for that honey there. Okay, so, and then I'm going to just take my yarn, and I'm going to start at one end, and I'm going to wrap it around. And I do kind of make sure that this first one is glued on good. I used the fabric tack, but then I kind of went to my hot glue. And he's watching that yarn. He sure was. Now, I go started, and I go around and around and around, and I did get the hang of it, and I was going to leave it in to show you how fast I could go once I got rolling, but I know you didn't want to see all that. I'm just going around and around and around, and then I kind of go back over it. It's almost like I went over it twice, but I kind of go a little bit forward, and then backward, and then back forward, so it ended up pretty thick, but I used that whole thing of yarn, those little ones from the Dollar Tree. It used the whole thing. Here I am on the end right here, getting back my hot glue, swirling it around the end right there to cover up that felt that's right there, but I didn't worry about the very top. So that's why I did use the felt. I probably make no sense. I just got home from school, and it must be almost summertime already. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. Our S is covered with our black Chanel fuzzy yarn. Love it. Okay. These bags came from the Dollar Tree. Did my beautiful friend Joanna send me these? Yes, she did. Go check out my beautiful friend Joanna at Joanna's DIY Life. She is my bestie. I love her so much. Hey, be here to check us out Thursday and Thrifted Thursday. Woo-hoo-hoo! We're going to get our thrift flip on. Okay, anyway, so my sweet friend sent me that. I wanted just his ears. They were easy to pull apart the bag and pull the ears off. No problem whatsoever. And it didn't really rip or tear anything. They are opened at the end. I'm going to take this wire. This is just some black wire, but it's pretty thick wire. It's kind of coated with plastic. And I'm going to take 2 pieces about the same length. And then you saw me kind of looping it around because we're going to stuff the wire up into the ear so that we can make it bendable. Now, at first you saw I had the headband that you can get at Dollar Tree with the ears, but they bend, but they're just a plastic bendy stick kind of up in it, and you can't really get silly with it. I like one of my ears to like bend down a lot. So anyway, I stuffed it up there. I twisted it on the end so it wouldn't pop apart. And then right now I'm just kind of adjusting it. So see, we can bend it. We can have them straight. We could bend the ear down. I like some wonky ears, and Moose does too. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with the other end. Yeah, right here I was telling him, back off, buddy. See, Moose approved, and he's going to eat the ear. I took my fabric tack and I just tacked the ends of the ear down right there where we put the wire in, and pressed that, folded that, did that to both of them. And then we're going to take 2 more pieces of felt just to help hold the ears on the back. Okay, I flipped the S over, and we're going to put our ears on just like this. Okay, kind of get them where you want them. And then I flipped it over. I do use some fabric tack to glue my ears on to the back there, because that's the yarn, and then we got the fabric, so I figured that's would be a good glue to use. And I get this all over my fingers. It is a mess. I don't know how to use glue. I don't know, guys. Okay, anyway, and then I'm going to glue those pieces of felt strip on top of the bottom of the ears, just so that we make sure we got a firm hold. Because that wire, I should have I don't know. It was really floppy, and I ended up using some hot glue to make sure it really laid against there and they didn't flip-flop all over, because they were pretty loose, because I don't tie down that wire, glue down the wire. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, the wire was just loose in there, and I just glued the ends of the material together. So had I glued the material wrapped around the wire a little bit, it probably worked better. But some hot glue took care of it. We were good. Now I'm going to take this fuzzy white chenille yarn from the Dollar Tree. Did I get that? No. This white yarn did not come from Dollar Tree. It's a little bit fuzzier. I think this came from my friend Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. And I made a pom-pom. If you don't know how to make a pom-pom, I have some other videos to make a pom-pom, or go look on YouTube for a tutorial. And I know somebody else, there's probably a whole lot that do it way better than I do. And I didn't want to put you through all that. If you guys do want some more detailed tutorials on some things like a pom-pom, or how I wrap the yarn around the S, or how I do my florals, or how to make a bow. If you guys want some detailed tutorials and just want specifically those things, let me know. And I can either just do a few less projects and show you more stuff, or we can keep doing a whole lot of projects and I don't show you as much. I just figure you guys see quite a bit of it in other places, and they do a lot better than I do. So why do y'all want to watch me? Here I go with the rambling. Okay, so I put some bows on top of the ears there. Didn't show you how to do those, but if you want to see, let me know. So that little piece of board right there came off of a pumpkin sign from the Dollar Tree, where the little pumpkin stood in the little stand. I painted it with some folk art moss color, because that's going to be our base for our S, so we can make sure that it stands up. So I painted all the way around, top, bottom. Yep. Let it dry. I'm using some Titebond and some hot glue for that permanent hold and temporary hold. And then once I glued the S onto the board, I then covered it with some of that green Excelsior grass that I showed you guys one other time that I used in another project. Okay, so now that we've got that covered, I did put the S on, and once the S was glued on, then I glued all that grass on. Okay, now we're going to take some eggs and some carrots, and all that's from the Dollar Tree, and I just decorated it however you want to decorate it. Decorated it. Like I said, been a long day, guys. This Monday's been the Mondayest Monday there's ever been a Monday. If you guys want to see a slowed down, detailed tutorial on how I put all that on there, you let me know, and we'll go one project, and I'll show you all of it. But there is our S as a little bunny, Moose approved. He's black as the S, and I love black and pink together. I couldn't help myself. I was just going wild with this one. Just some different kind of colors for Easter with the black and the leopard print, and it was Moose approved. You saw him popping in quite often. And he loves them florals. Yeah, buddy. He loved those ears, too. Okay. So, there's our beautiful S. Here's your Moose Man. There's the barcode. Buy him a coffee. Not that he needs a coffee. Like, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube things. I love you guys so much, and I so appreciate you being here. Here is our next project. I think this is the last one. I think. So I have that kitty cat there that I got during Halloween time at Michael's. We're gonna paint him all black everywhere. That little Easter sign over there, that of course did come from Dollar Tree about a year or two ago because, you know, we can't find nothing now. And I just want to cut the ears off. Here we go. Moose approved. So I just take my blade there and I just score it a couple times, and they are glued on too. So once I score it, I took my heat gun and my little Cricut tool there, and I do end up getting them popped off. So you had to score it to get, because those ears, it was all one big piece, the ear, the egg, and all that. I just wanted the ears. Because we're going to take these ears, we're going to paint these ears all black, just like we did the little kitty cat there. And so this is Moose. Moose approved. See him there? He's watching, making sure I do it right. And we're going to give little Moose Kitty there, we're going to give him some bunny ears. So I painted those black and 2 coats of everything pretty much. And I'm going to take my Posca paint marker here with white. And you can still kind of see the inside lines of those ears. I don't know if you could in that picture, but I could visually sit here in real life as opposed to fake life you're watching now. Oh, sorry, guys. And I'm talking 100 miles an hour because I'm talking to adults. I'm actually talking with y'all, not children. I'm talking to adults. It's so nice. Too bad I can't hear you talk to me back. Anyway, so I just used my white marker to paint the insides of his ears there because we're making a moose. Moose is black and white, right? I mean, we got to make him look like the Moose Man. Okay. So we got that done. It took about 2 coats. Now, guys, use your wood glue or your Tite Bond. Don't use hot glue or it's not going to stay together. So I was trying to figure out, do I want the bunny ears right behind the kitty ears or put them in the middle? And I went for the middle. And I did just use hot glue. But you guys, use wood glue, clamp it, let it sit. I was in a hurry. Okay. So here is a piece of faux fur that came from Dollar General. And I've had this like forever and a day because it's starting to turn brown. It's not even white. Anytime you guys have this faux fur, cut on from the back side. You see how I flipped it over? Because then you won't have such a mess with your fuzz, okay? So I just wanted to get a little strip because we're going to put Mr. Moose Man's little tuft that he has right under his chin, on his belly, his chest, not his belly, but he's white on his belly too, to make him look like the Moose Man. So I just take that, I folded it, put some glue, folded it in the other side and put some hot glue, pinched it together, and now we're going to take a little bit of glue up there at the top, and we're going to glue, my gosh, Moose! We're going to take that glue up there and just glue that to the top of his little neck and fluffed it out some. I took my white paint marker again and gave his little toes white, and there's his little white nose kind of in the middle where his white hair is, and then the tufts of his ears. I'm trying to get him to look at it and be like, here, you like it? You like it? And you can see he's showing me his honey end, so maybe he don't like it. I don't know. So there's our Moose Man. Okay, so we're going to take this chunk of wood I had, thanks to my friend Shelly, and we're going to paint that moss, and then this orange and yellow, we're going to paint our little chickies there. Those little chickies came in a big pack from Hobby Lobby last year. Okay, you can see how I painted them. I took the black marker to get inside their eyeball there just to give it a little bit more pop. Use wood glue again, guys. Not hot glue, but mama in a hurry here because procrastination gets the best of us, right? Yep. Okay. Plus, I'm having some wrist issues. I don't know what I've done to my hand. I'm pretty sure I hit it and I might have chipped a bone or something. Who knows? Because I can't grip anything real tight. And that was before I did this project. So now I'm really having problems. That's why that thing you saw, that project at the very beginning where I was showing you the Moose Man helping me out, you're not going to see this project in this video because after trying to get those feet and tail off that bunny rear end, this hand was not working. So that'll come Thursday. Y'all come back Thursday, you hear? Hopefully I can get this hand to working. Anywho, you can see I glued the Moose Man to the board and then added some just green moss from Walmart. That's some good moss. And now I glued one of the chickies to the top of his tail, and I'm going to glue the rest of the chickies down in the grass. I pretty much put the glue on the grass and then shoved the chickie down in it. I then added some little extra florals there, some pinks, some lavenders. It was all Dollar Tree stuff. Now, these little signs came from Dollar General last year. It was $1 and there's like 3 or 4 signs. And I thought, how adorable. I'm going to take my ballerina pink by Waverly and that magenta by Apple Barrel, and I mixed it because the ballerina was too light and the magenta was too dark, too bright. So I mixed them and I got a real pretty pink that matches the pink of the flowers. Painted both sides. And then I took my black marker and you can see I did the squiggly dot thing. Now, I'm going to take some letters that I had in my stash. Those just came from Hobby Lobby in the Paper Studio section. Are you ready, guys? I antique waxed the bottom too. My chicks. Moose and his chicks. I wanted to say Moose and his chicks or Moose's chicks, but I knew there wouldn't be enough room on that sign. And I didn't want the sign too big because then it would be bigger than the whole project. Now, it had a problem standing up, obviously. So I just got a little cube from Dollar Tree when they used to sell craft stuff, you know, and glued that to the stick and then glued it down. And now we're going to cover that cube with some more of our moss so it does not show. And here is Moose and his chicks. I was going to say peeps, but I already have some peep stuff, so I thought my chicks. Moose and his chicks. You know, Moose Man gotta have his chicks. There he is, the Moose Man and his chicks. I just thought it was whimsical, funny. I added some whiskers, fluffed out his hair a little bit. Guys, don't hit your heat gun too much on that fluffy faux fur because, yeah, I'm sure you probably know what happens. So here is Moose and his chicks. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself, guys. So another Moose-approved project because, hey, who's it look like? It's looking like a moose. This was fun to make. I thought it came out pretty cute. There was some more details I could have done. And see, this shows you don't always have to have a Cricut, guys. You can get you some sticky letters from Hobby Lobby. You can't get them from Dollar Tree anymore. And there's all 3 projects. Here is our Bunny S for Sabrina's Craft-nanigans. And yes, I really do need all these cats. And there is Moose with his chicks. And there is just Wild Leopard Bunny. You'll see another Wild Leopard Bunny here coming up. Guys, I will be here on Thursday with my best friend Joanna in Joanna's DIY Life for Thrifted Thursday. Do all the YouTubey things. I love y'all so much. I will see you Thursday.